everyone, I'm Lara from gosimpli.ca, and today I have the level 3 seated upper body with weights workout. I have already done both a level 1 and a level 2, which I will link in the description below if you want to find those. So this workout will have everything included. It is got a warm up and a cool down, and it should be the most challenging of the 3 upper body workouts that I taped. So you will need a set of dumbbells, so you can go and grab those and then meet me back here for a warm up. Okay, I've got my weights set aside and we're going to begin with our warm-up. Our first move is going to be arm swings across the body. So we're just going to swing slightly side to side here. We're going to do all of these warm-up moves for 30 seconds apiece. And then when it gets time to the workout, we're going to do the moves for 45 seconds each with a 15-second break in between to prepare and get ready for the next exercise. So next up in our warm-up, we're going to do swings ventrally, so up and down instead of across the body. So we're just going on the sides and then up over the head. And again, this is not a move to be done super quickly. We're just trying to get some range of motion here, warm up the muscles a little bit. Always a good idea to warm up before you're doing weightlifting so that those muscles are prepared. Okay, and next up we have arm circles. We're going to go forwards and then backwards. And you can make them, I like to do them nice and big because it really gets the whole rotation through the shoulder, gets my rotator cuff nicely warmed up. If that feels like too big a motion for you, just do what's comfortable for you. And then next up, we're going to do some wrist circles forward and back. You just hold the hands out in front, and you're going to roll one way and then roll the other. A lot of times when we're doing weights, we don't realize how much work our wrists are doing just holding the weights. And they can get very tender. And if we don't give them just a little bit of a warm-up, then that tenderness can be a whole lot more intense. Great, so next up we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So we're just going to shrug them up to our ears and then pull them down. So we're going to go up and then pull them down. And just sort of get prepared up through the top of the shoulder here. This is actually our last warm-up move. It's a very quick warm-up. If it's not enough, be sure to add some of whatever feels comfortable for you. Just a few more seconds. Excellent. So make sure I've got my weights here ready to go. If you don't, give it a pause and go and grab them. Our first move is going to be a bicep curl. So I'm going to grab my weights, one in each hand, and I'm going to sit forward on my chair, and we're just going to curl up and down. Now, to make level 3 a little bit harder than level 2, we've added a few new exercises, and we're going to the last 15 seconds of each exercise, we're going to do pulses. So we're going to hold it in a position and just pulse slightly within a very small range of motion to really burn out the muscles. So we're heading up to 15 right here. So I'm just going to bring my bicep curl sort of level and just small little pulses. So I'll show you from the side so you can see about how high I'm holding them. Again, you want nice posture. Excellent. And next up we are going to do a shoulder press. So it's just holding out to the side and then pressing up. And then again, when we get to 15 seconds left, we will do the pulses. Okay, so pressing up and down. So you'll want to choose a weight that's challenging for you. By the end of the pulses, you should feel like, oh yeah, I'm not sure I could do anything more of that. You don't want it to be so painful that you're struggling to do the move and you can't hold your posture or hold your form correctly anymore, but it should definitely be challenging. So we're coming up on those pulses now. So right here, just hold it right here and just little up and down. Just a small range of motion. And they don't really get that break of full up or full down. Excellent. So next up we're going to do overhead tricep extensions. So I'll show you that from the side. So we're going to hold the weights up above our head. We're going to let them fall back and then come straight up. Okay? So you want those arms close to your ears. You want to have your belly button, your core zipped up tight. Your back nice and straight and strong. And again, not moving quickly. We do not want momentum here at all. We want the muscles to be doing all of the work because that's what we want to get stronger. Okay, and we're coming up just a few more seconds to those pulses. And here we go. So we're going to hold them right about here. And again, just a little up and down until the end. Oh my goodness, this is only move 3, and I can tell you it's the pulses that really get you. Excellent. Now we're going to do a lateral raise. This is I'm only lifting 5 pounds because I'm using the same weight all the way through. But for a lateral raise, which is what we're doing next, so I'm going to sit forward, so arms out to the side and down. The pulses are going to, I might have to drop it for the pulses. I might have to put the weights down and do my pulses without weight. You'll see. It's amazing how heavy 5 pounds can feel. Oh, I think yes. Seeing as I'm already feeling a burnout. Okay, so here we go. We have 15 seconds. We're going to hold them right about here and just up and down. Oh boy. Okay. 5 seconds to go. Maybe I can do it. Excellent. Oh, now we're doing a front raise. It looks like I put 2 raises close together. So instead of lifting out to the side, you're simply going to lift straight out in front of you. And again, the last 15 seconds we'll have those pulses. So just straight up, you know, to about shoulder height or eye level. That's about as high as I like to go. Okay. Yep, this is going to be a very big challenge for me again. I'm not sure if I can do it, but I will try. I will do it as long as I can with the weights and then drop and finish. So there we go. It's time for those pulses. So hold them up to about here and just small up and down. Breathe through it. It does help. Excellent. Wow, I'm actually really proud of myself for doing that. Okay, next up we have a bent over row. So we're going to bend over our knees and we're going to keep it narrow, so close to our body, so pulling up with the elbows straight behind us. Okay. So again, nice and slow. And now where your belly, your rib cage is very most likely touching your legs, you're not just you're not like, you know, taking a break. You definitely still have a nice flat back, a good posture. Okay. So here we are at our 15-second mark. So we're going to hold them right here and we're just going to pulse. And again, it's very small ranges of motion. Just keep those elbows coming up to the side. Excellent. Oh boy, reverse fly. I'm not even sure if I can make it all the way through the reverse fly before the pulses with this much weight. The upper back is not super strong on women. Okay, so we're going out to the side and down like we're a bird, opening up our wings. Okay, now one thing you can do is you could also do one side and then the other if it was a bit intense, but for the pulses that won't really work. So we're doing both hands. Yeah, I am not going to be able to do the pulses here without risk of injury, which is not at all what we're going for. You have to know your limitations. So I'm going to put them down, raise my arms out, and I'm just going to pulse from here. So it's near the top of the range of motion, and I'm just squeezing those shoulder blades tight together, like there's a ball between my shoulder blades and I'm trying to squeeze it. All right, so now we're going to do a side bicep curl. So the arms are going to be out to the side here, and you're going to curl up and then let it come down. My chair's a bit wide, but it should work. Okay, so curl it up and then let it come down. So this is just, the arm is being held in a slightly different location than when we do them at the front, so it works the muscle in a slightly different area. It's good to work muscles in a wide variety of motions, of positions, and try and develop the whole muscle. Okay, so now we're going to hold the weight right about here and just pulse out at the side. Good. Just a few more seconds. Okay, now we're going to do, it's like a lateral tricep. So they're going to come and cross, like cross in front of you and then go back up and out. Okay, so I'm going to rest for just a second here. Okay, so they're crossing down and then going out. So make sure, it's going to sound really silly, but make sure you don't hit your head or your face, because sometimes your arms get in closer than you think they really are. So do make sure that they are out in front a bit. So you will definitely feel some chest and shoulder work as well in this. Okay, and this time we're going to hold them right about here and pulse up. Just about 4 more seconds here. Good job. And now we're going to do an upright row. So we're just going to stay seated and we're going to pull up under our chin and then let it come back down. All right, so up under the chin and then release it down. So I really like doing the, well, like is a bit of an interesting word to describe it, I suppose, but I really like the results of doing the pulses for the last 15 seconds. It really is kind of a burnout, really lets you know that you've been working hard, of which we're going to start our pulses right here. So right here, and just pulse up. But, you know, do I enjoy while I'm doing it? I don't know. I don't know if I could say enjoy, but I definitely enjoy the results. So now we're going to do something that I call a full circle raise. So you're going to take your arms by your side and then tap them, tap the weights above your head, and then come on back down. Okay, so up. So this one, the pulses, again, will be somewhat similar to the lateral raise pulse. So seeing as I survived the lateral raise pulse the first time, I'm not sure that I will be able to do it with these, and it's later in the workout. So just because you could do it before doesn't mean you can do it the second time. Or, for example, if it was a different day, because sometimes different days call on different muscles and you feel tired, and so it's okay to not necessarily do the same thing. In fact, I'm just going to drop and raise right here at the side. Excellent. You still feel those pulses. So now we're going to do a rear straight arm raise. I'm going to show you from the side, but I actually have to do it facing you because I can't get it through the chair. So a rear straight arm raise is going to be like this. So you want your arms straight and you're just pushing back. Okay, so I'm going to lean forward and do it this way. And again, this chair is really wide. I'm going to have to find a different chair in the house because I'm wider than I would like to be for the range of motion, but it will work for today. So again, this is working the back of the arm, the triceps especially. And right here, we're going to hold and pulse. I can move my pulses in a little bit because I'm above the chair. Excellent. And now we're going to do an Arnold press. So an Arnold press, you hold the weight in front, kind of like a bicep curl up high, and then push it above your head. So up, and then rest it just here, not all the way down. And it's out in front, and you twist your arm to the top for the press above the head. And we are getting actually closer to the end here, closer to the cool down, I should say. We still have a bit of time left though, but we are getting close. We are definitely more than 2/3 of the way through the workout. Oh, I forgot to start my pulses right here, about eye level, up and down. Sorry about that. And next we're doing a bent over wide row. So same position as the narrow row. We're going to go over, nice posture. And instead of coming up close to the body, we're going to go out wide to the side. So elbows come up and out to the side this time. And I find the wide row harder than the narrow row. I can lift more for a narrow row than I can for the wide. But it is important to do both. Sometimes the exercises we tend to like the least are the ones we really should do more of. You know, as long as they don't cause pain. Okay, and right here we're going to pulse. So holding it up, really push those elbows out to the side. Your back gets a good workout when you hold positions for bent over exercises. Excellent. And now we're going to do a front punch. So you're going to go across and then across, holding the weight. So it's like you're punching, but holding the weight in front of you. Now, you're obviously not going to go as fast as if you were actually punching someone. Hopefully no one out there is actually punching someone. That would not be good. But you are just sort of crossing the body in that punch formation. And so for the pulses, we're just going to keep alternating and do, well, it's hard to explain. Just watch right here. So 1, 2, 3, pull it in. 1, 2, 3, pull it. And so we're just sort of alternating the pulse. We're also getting a good amount of ab work with this one. Excellent. So now we're going to put together the Arnold press with a tricep extension. So you're going to push up, go back, straighten, come down. So it's up, tricep, extend, down. And you can go as slow as I am. In fact, with weights, honestly, slower is better. Most people tend to do weights more quickly than we should. So it may feel like you're going very slowly. Okay, and for pulses, we're going to pulse up higher this time. Excellent. And, oh, I have bent over wide rows again. I wonder why I do. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to alternate between wide row and narrow row. So we're going to do one of each. So we're going to do a narrow row and a wide row. And then when we get to the pulses, we'll do the same thing like we did with the punches. So we'll do 3 pulses on the narrow and then 3 pulses on the wide. And then it will be time for our cool down. I knew we were getting close to done. I can hear I'm downstairs. Oh, time for pulses. So 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3. So narrow and then wide. Excellent. So I'm just going to put my weights off to the side there. And we're going to start in just a second here with a tricep stretch. So put your weights safely down. I'm going to go up and over my head, trying to get that hand between the shoulder blades. And using my opposite hand to help just pull a little bit more into the stretch. Doesn't matter if you're doing the left side or the right side. We're going to switch and do the other. So it really doesn't matter. At this point, you know, just say a little thank you to your muscles for getting you this far. They've done a great job. You've done a great job. You should feel proud. Okay, and then we switch, and we're going to do the other arm. For me, I'm doing my right. It might be your left. Again, doesn't matter, as long as you get both. After this, we're going to do an arm cross stretch. So we're going to bring it straight across our chest and give it a nice pull. And we're holding these for 30 seconds apiece. Really is about, like, you know, okay, so across the body here. We lose a few seconds when we get into position, but not enough to worry about it, so I don't bother putting in the break in between to get into position. Also, if this doesn't feel like enough stretching for you, add more. Seriously, after a workout, if you wanted to stretch for half an hour, it will only do your body good. Nice, gentle stretching of the muscles, we're going to switch sides, is always beneficial. I mean, you don't want to stretch beyond what your body is capable of, obviously, but stretching out any muscles in your body at any time of day, it's a great thing. In fact, if you're suffering from a cold or a mild illness, like obviously not a gastrointestinal illness where you're spending all of your time in the bathroom, but if you've just healed from that kind of an illness, or if you have a cold, just stretching, just spending your day stretching. Okay, we're going to do a chest expansion, so lock those arms behind and push that chest out. It really can help those achy muscles when you're feeling sick, can help with head congestion. It's really good. We can all use more stretching. Flexibility is something that only gets worse with age, starting from a very young age, like 10, young age. And next we're going to do the opposite of this, so the arms forward and cat back, and just let those shoulder blades release. And this is the last stretch that I have for you, but feel free to add anything, do some side bend stretches, different upper back stretches if you like, whatever works for you. If you're interested, I can make a whole video on just stretches. I would definitely do that. Excellent job, everybody. You should feel really proud of yourself for completing that workout. Let me know if you like this. Let me know in the comments below what other workouts you'd like to see, and I'll see you in the next video.